Hi, this is Mike Hendrickson from Velocity and Fluent in San Jose. I'm here with Jason from HPE. Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. So HPE, you guys have been around Velocity for quite a few years.
Yep.
What are you guys up to?
So, HPE Software has been around forever, right? And most of our products have been purchased within your traditional center of excellence, central IT, shared services organization, and really successful within that part of organizations. We have a newer set of products that are more geared towards agile communities, DevOps, what we refer to as the line of business. And Velocity provides us an outlet to talk to actual developers and testers and practitioners that operate in those agile communities. And it's just a really important resource for us to be able to have those conversations and be able to direct our products in the right way to fit the needs of that person.
And so what are you offering developers here at Velocity? So they come up to you, and what do they want to know?
Yeah, so we're really kind of running a little bit of a user experience focus. For myself, I run our product management team for our performance testing solutions. And performance is just one aspect of the user experience. What we're seeing in the market now is a realization that we can spend a lot of money on making sure that buttons are in the right place and they're the right color and we're using the right font and all that stuff. But if a web page doesn't load, all of that investment it goes to waste, right? Yep. So performance is actually the first, most immediate user experience that people have. And so we've had a lot of conversations with people here around performance testing. Specifically within the Agile world. And, we're talking to them about Load Runner and Performance Center, which have been around for 25 years and are really good tools. But really having a lot of conversations around our newer offering, Storm Runner Load.
And what was that?
Storm Runner Load.
Storm Runner Load. And what does that do?
It's a performance testing solution that's based in the cloud. And it allows you to generate the load from a variety of different cloud locations. So on the back end, we'll use AWS and Azure and Rackspace and other vendors to be able to generate load from locations around the world.
So it's kind of a load balancer? Or measurement?
It's more of a load generation tool.
Okay.
So to allow you to test high levels of traffic against an application or a website.
Excellent. And runs across all the major cloud platforms?
Yeah, it touches into all the cloud platforms, various locations around the world. And, we've gotten it to the point where we can actually simulate up to 3 million simultaneous users now. We'll be up to 6 million later this year. But
does that have a mobile
really
component as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We can tie into different mobile testing solutions. And so you can, usually in the performance world, people don't have 100,000 mobile phones sitting around to be able to test a mobile application. So what they want to be able to do is they want to be able to generate a bunch of traffic from a load generation tool and then use a subset of live devices to be able to see the reaction of the application when the rest of the servers and everything else is under a large amount of stress.
So is that a really popular part of the testing application? Is mobile
I think
the darling right now?
Web is still first and foremost, the big object that we see, but mobile testing is becoming more and more serious. So we're seeing more and more requests to add capabilities to that side of the application. So we're involved with mobile testing today, but we expect to just expand that moving forward.
Excellent. So what would you say is the fastest growing type industry that you guys work with that looks at performance as very important?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think everyone thinks of retail, right? I mean, whenever you hit Black Friday, there's some story about someone crashing. Or
Amazon's success at just dominating.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always challenges during those peak season periods. And so, for a long time, it's been the story of during peak season, I really need to test my mobile application, my website, to be able to prepare for that peak season. One of the changes that we're kind of seeing now is that, we actually fixed our website so we could handle all that traffic, but our ERP broke with having to handle all the orders and process all the orders and push them through the back end, and we lost revenue because of that. Okay. So now we're actually seeing a little bit of an expansion
through the enterprise.
We need to test the website and the mobile app, but we actually also have to pay attention to our back end systems as well during peak traffic periods.
So full stack, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's becoming more of we have to balance and test and deploy the full stack, not just the commercial facing.
Yeah, it's going deeper, and I think it's just kind of illustrative of the complexity of the environments that we work in today, because I'm not going to say that performance testing was easy in the past, because it's always been a little bit of a challenge, but it was relatively linear, right? So you tested a front-end application, it talked to one or two back-end systems, which talked to a couple of others, but it was pretty straightforward, right? Now when you're trying to test a web application, it goes all over the place, right? You've got big data, you're talking to third-party systems,
maybe some machine
in-house
learning
systems. It's all over the place, right? And then you're trying to spawn with microservices and containers. So one of the biggest challenges in our industry is that, sure, it's one thing to be able to generate a lot of traffic from a tool and cause a website to crash, okay? Anyone can do that. The hard part is figuring out what the root cause of that problem is when you're touching so many back-end systems, some of which you control and some of which you don't. And that's the focus of our solutions, is really that root cause analysis to cut down that time.
So Jason, put on your vision glasses and tell me what HPE should be doing 12 months from now that you're not doing today.
Wow, that's a good question. So 12 months from now, what we should be doing is moving beyond mobile into IoT, right? That's the next step.
The edge, even further out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I think that's the performance crisis today are people. Right? It's the number of people we have on their mobile phones and on the websites and doing the same thing at the same time. When you add things to that mix that are doing similar behavior, those issues get multiplied, right? Because where, our retail customers are worried about 6 million people accessing a website at the same time, when you get into the IoT space, you're 25 million, 30 million, 40 million devices trying to do the same thing at the same time.
And perhaps less structure and less predictability and...
very abstract.
Yeah, very good.
And so that's, I think, the challenge in 12 months.
Excellent. Thank you, Jason.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.